stuff I like.
Things he likes. These are things he likes. Listen to some things the Daily Wires and Klavan likes. These are things the Daily Wires and Klavan likes.
I don't want to say where they're scraping the bottom of the barrel here, but it's James Caldwell. Good heaven. All right. So you may have heard me talking about this on the Daily Wire Backstage. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. Suddenly, everybody was recommending this to me, including Shapiro, and I just thought it was great. It's a Coen Brothers film that is on Netflix. It's an anthology of Western stories that apparently they've written over the years. They are funny. There's one of them that with James Franco that I thought was not that good, but the 5 others I thought were all of them terrific. And Shapiro and I have been having this kind of ongoing discussion about whether he thinks the Coen Brothers are nihilist. I think they have become increasingly conservative and increasingly Christian, certainly spiritual. I mean, obviously they're Jewish, but or secular Jews. But the Christian imagery in this is amazing. And in my opinion, it was a masterclass on how to make a Christian film without being preachy and silly and in your face about it. I just want to play the opening. This is the Ballad of Buster Scruggs. It's Tim Blake Nelson who plays Buster Scruggs, who is, despite what he looks like here, is a deadly gunman. But he sings this opening song. Just play 30 seconds of it and then fade it out.
All day I face the barren waste without the taste of water, cool water. Old Ann and I with throats burned dry and souls that cry for water, cool, clear water.
So this scene to me makes no sense unless they're thinking about, he says his soul thirsts for water. And because of clues in the rest of the film, I thought back to T.S. Eliot's famous poem, The Wasteland, that has a very famous passage in it where he says, "There's not even silence in the mountains, but dry, sterile thunder without rain. There's not even solitude in the mountains, but red, sullen faces sneer and snarl from doors of mud-cracked houses." And he says, if there were water and no rock, if there were rock and also water, and water, a spring, a pool among the rock, if there were the sound of water only, not the cicada and dry grass singing, but sound of water over a rock, where the hermit thrush sings in the pine trees, drip, drop, drip, drop, 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 drop. But there is no water. And of course, Eliot was talking about the absence of faith and the absence of baptism, which ultimately Eliot found. He found his faith, and he did become a member of the Church of England. And when you watch this film, the stories progress from that yearning for water and a sort of funny and hilarious meditation on death and the afterlife through a beautiful, beautiful discussion of certainty in this story about the wagon train. I don't want to give anything away, but where there is certainty and where there is none. And finally ends really with a depiction of the doors of death. And if you look closely, you'll see on one of the doors there is an angel, and on one of them there is a satanic goat, clearly indicating that there is judgment and an afterlife. And I just thought it was a very Christian story told as Westerns. And I believe that the Coen Brothers are doing this on purpose. Ben thinks they are mocking it all, but I just don't see that. I don't see how that plays, especially after Hail Caesar and No Country for Old Men. All right, I got